Welcome to this brief demonstration of how easy it is to submit billing to us via our online forms. To begin with, if you are using Therapy Notes, we can actually do all of your billing in Therapy Notes and you do not have to complete our online forms. If you are using an approved EMR partner other than Therapy Notes, such as Practice Fusion or ChiroTouch, we can obtain the billing from that program and enter the billing in our Metasoft. But most offices will complete billing via our online forms. So when you are on our website, you would go to log in to online forms. The first thing that we want to stress is we provide our clients options. You can submit billing and patient demographics to us without logging in. Most offices, though, choose our login feature. We do offer what's called the View and Search feature of our forms. It is an additional $5.95 per month. This allows you to view all forms you have previously submitted. Again, most offices opt for this. If you choose not to do the View and Search feature of the forms, you would simply click Access the patient form without logging in. To access our online patient form, you would get a pop-up asking you if you are sure you want to complete this form without logging in first. You would click OK, and it would bring up the patient form for you to enter all information. Okay, likewise, under the login, you could access the billing form without logging in. But we are going to go ahead and log in. Once you have logged in, one of the things that you will see is that your office name will auto-populate on the form. So once you have logged in, it will take you to our billing form. However, before you can submit any billing for a patient, you must first submit their patient demographics. So you can go to online forms and you can complete our patient form. Once it brings up the patient form, again, you can see the test username is populated, so you cannot change your office name. You then can enter patient names, okay? And whatever fields are required, you see are listed as required. And you simply go through and enter all information as we populate all fields. If you forget to enter something in a field, you will be notified about it. Now, you do not have to enter the Social Security number because it does not say required. We do recommend it. So we will enter here for the patient email address. We offer Bill Flash electronic patient statements. You will only enter a patient email address if you are enrolled for Bill Flash electronic patient statements. You then move on to the insurance company information. So for example, we enter Aetna. The EDI payer number you can enter if you want, as it appears on the patient's insurance card. That is not a required field. The ID number, though, is a required field. Okay, group number is not required. It is again recommended. Is the patient the insured? This is an important field. So let's say the patient is not the insured. Let's say that the insured is a spouse. You would say no. It then will bring up information for you to enter the insured's information, the insured's name and date of birth. Now you can enter the date of birth in that format, or you could use the calendar that popped up. It will also ask, is condition related to? So let's say you said auto. If you said auto, then you have to provide all information, including the date of the accident, the claims office mailing address, phone number, fax number, and adjuster name. We are going to say, though, over here for condition related to, we will say none. If the patient has secondary insurance, again, if you say yes, you then have to complete all required fields with the insured information. We will say no. If the patient was seen in a hospital or nursing facility, if you type anything in the nursing facility field, it will ask you for the date of admission. For referring provider, if you enter anything for the referring provider field, it will then ask for the referring provider's NPI number. Finally, it will ask you for the diagnosis codes, and you can enter a maximum of 4. So for example, those are the diagnosis codes we will enter. For insurance verifications, if you want us to verify benefits for the patient, we can do that. If you are enrolled for our Premium Plus or Premium service, a fee of $7.95 applies. If you are enrolled for our Platinum service, there's no fee if you do not exceed 60 verifications per billing month, so you can indicate yes or no. If you have additional information, you can enter it in this field. For example, maybe you have auth number 12345 for 20 visits from 6/1/21 through 5/31/22. You could enter something like that and you click submit. If there is an error, if there's any problem, you would know about it. For example, right there was a problem with your submission. So if you scroll down, you should be able to see that we did not answer this question. There we go. We click that and now we hit submit. After hitting submit, the form goes through. Okay. If you would like to submit another patient form, you could just click this link. If you wanted to view the form you've submitted, you can click this link and it will bring up a PDF version of that form that you just submitted. Now, since you've submitted the patient forms, you can go to billing form. Once you click the billing form, again, your office name populates. First question, this is mainly for our behavioral health providers. If all visits on the billing log were done by telehealth, you say yes. However, if either some were done by telehealth or no visits were done by telehealth, you select no. If some of the visits were by telehealth, you enter 02 after the last procedure code for each patient where telehealth was performed. So we're going to say no here. We will go down and enter patient name John Smith. Data service, again, you can use a pop-up or you can just go and type in and we will go 90834. Now let's go down. Copay. If the patient paid a copayment, select the method of copayment paid. So let's say the patient paid a $10 copayment. For new diagnosis codes, if the diagnosis codes have changed since the last visit that we have billed for the patient, you would enter them here. If they have not changed, you leave the field blank. So now we go down to patient number 2. You notice that there's only a patient name here. There's no other fields here. But if we go and type Susan Jones, now you see that all the other fields are here. So we'll go and type, and I mentioned about telehealth before. Let's just say that telehealth was performed here. That's what we would type, the procedure code and 02 in parentheses. You notice up above, we do not have that there because telehealth was not performed on John Smith, but it was on Susan Jones. Here we'll say check, $25, check number 1234. We'll then move on to the next one. Okay, Michael Williams. Again, fields are revealed, procedure code. Now, let's just say that this patient paid $100, but we know that this $100 is not just for this visit. What we can do is come down under additional comments. You can say for Michael Williams, the $100 is for this visit and for the next 4 visits. Maybe you collected $100 in advance for 5 copays. You could do that. We would note then that the patient paid $100 and to apply $20 per visit. So that's what you can do. Also, let's just say that Michael Williams had a new referral. Michael Williams new referral number W123 for 6 visits from 6/1/21 through 8/31/21. You could put something like that there and you would do submit. So now you've submitted that form. And again, you can go and click this link to go and submit another billing form. You can click this link and you will see a PDF version of this form. Now, if you wanted to see forms you have submitted, you can go to online forms, search patient forms. So what is important here, there is a form type, unarchived, archived, and all. So I'm going to choose all, And I'm going to put up here just the last name of Jones. Then you come and click this hourglass. This will bring up any forms that have been submitted with the last name Jones, and there is only one. You can click the PDF to view it. Let's say we put in for Smith for the last name and we search. Now, there you go. There is one form submitted for John Smith. If we wanted to just see everything we've submitted, we have Michael Williams, John Smith, and Susan Jones. And again, you can click on the PDF and it will bring up the PDF of that patient form. You can search by patient date of birth, ID number, the date you submitted to us, even by social security number. What about billing forms? If you want to search to see what billing has been submitted, you can do search billing logs. Again, we will change this to all. Let's say you want to see any forms where the last name is Smith. We will do that and click the hourglass. And you see there's 5 different forms submitted and the submission dates. So let's just take a look, for example, at this one. And if you take a look at this one, there is only one there. Now, I want to just show you something else. If we look at the form we just submitted, here's John Smith. But let's go back and change this search criteria to Jones. If we change it to Jones and we search, if you notice the patient one name, this only lists the first patient on the billing form. So if you searched for Jones, even though you don't see Jones here, a patient by the name of Jones does appear on that form. So if we click on this one that was submitted May 7th, there you see Susan Jones listed there. And likewise, if we click on the form we submitted today, there's Susan Jones there. So that's how you can search your billing logs to see what has been submitted. On the patient forms, if you try to submit a patient form for a patient that you have previously submitted, you will receive an error message that a duplicate entry has been found for that patient. You can only submit a patient form once. If the patient changes insurance, you do not submit another form. We have a secure website called our support suite. You would simply go and log into our support suite, create a ticket, provide us the patient's updated insurance information and effective date of the new coverage, and that's all you have to do. You do not create a new patient form. If you have any questions about our online forms, feel free to get in touch with us. We will be happy to show you a more detailed demonstration if necessary. And again, if you are using a program like Therapy Notes, we can do your billing in Therapy Notes. Likewise, we can do your billing in ChiroTouch if you want, or we can obtain demographics from programs like Practice Fusion. Thank you very much. Have a good day.